What's up, YouTube? This is my daily vlog coming to you live. This is my 2,000 mile review on this moped. This mopad's been pretty fun. It's my first moped. Top speed's about 55, and that's if you are on a flat. And I'm a heavyset guy, so it probably can go faster than that. I think the limiter kicks in around 55. You don't really need to be going 55 on this thing, but it's there if you need it, because it does have a lot of good acceleration and torque. Like, I really do like that. It's got the standard moped motor there. I think that exhaust is not the same old thing. Now, it does get a little bumpy to me on the roads. Like, I've ridden like larger mopeds, and I do notice that the rides on there are considerably smoother on regular surface streets and roads. Of course, obviously, I do not take this on the highway. But for getting around the city, and it's kind of bad for my dad, but getting around the city and just taking this out somewhere and parking where you would park your bike and not have to worry about the extensive parking that Atlanta, Georgia has to offer in the city has been pretty fun. Especially in the spring, sometime when weather is nice now. Sometimes when it's really hot outside, you will bake, obviously, because you're not covered. But I've taken this thing out to Stone Mountain multiple times, and it's been a fun bike. It's been really fun. It's cool. It's like having a bicycle, really. If you ride a bicycle around town, which is what I did in the past, this is pretty much the same thing, but more easier and faster. You're not exhausted. The trade-off is that you don't get to stay in shape as much as you would on a bicycle. But for a heavier set person, though, it kind of works because, you know, bicycles are a lot easier on an e-bike, or if you're not that heavy, you don't have a lot of weight to move. It's easier to move it on a bicycle. That goes with roller skating, jogging. But you know, it's been a really fun way to get to events. I can't wait till I get like an SUV or something, or if I do a camping event or something like that, or I'm at a large place and I need to get around, or something like that, or on vacation. This is probably going to be super clutch, because having this to get you where you need to go without having to be so heavily dependent on the car is good. Also, if your car breaks down and you have a mechanic nearby, you can get back and forth on this. Or if you want to work on your car at home and you need, oh man, I forgot a wrench or a part. You know how you ever work on your car sometimes and you are in the middle of repair and it's like, dang, I need another part, because you didn't quite see that part was represented correctly in the YouTube video that you were following to repair your car. Well, you could just take this to your local auto shop, get your part. If it's small enough, you can put it in that back case there in the middle, or you can, you know, keep it in between your legs. And I also considered doing DoorDash with this, but I had a lot of other side hustles going on, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. But for the most part, it's been pretty cool. It was nerve-wracking at first when I first got it, because, oh my gosh, something bad's about to happen. I definitely wore the correct protection, helmet protection, keeping the eyes on the swivel, because there are some drivers on the road that are not paying attention. You know, they don't see you. The same thing if you're on a bike. Heck, they cannot see you if you're walking, so you just really got to keep your eyes on the swivel. Be conscious of the road around you as best you can. Be conservative. Use your judgment. If you can tell that things are not cool for you to go fast, don't go fast. You know, if the road conditions are not real smooth, don't try to push it. Another thing is that you can't really dip too low on the corner. Sometimes I'll be wanting to bank really hard on this bike and I can't, because I'll start to scrape the kickstands. Another cool feature about it is that it does have a manual start in case your battery dies. I think that's good. But it's been like a luxury item. I mean, that's really what I can attest to it. And it's not the highest quality thing. It is, you know, more or less a Chinese bike. It's not a higher Japanese bike, whatever. But for this level of transportation, it's a lot for what you're getting. I got it from a local dealer. It's been pretty cool. I definitely like it. If I have a guest that wants to ride, I may get myself another one, you know, and if I have a guest that wants to try it out, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it can be pretty scary if you're not used to riding and stuff like that, or you're just not really physically physically able to handle it, it can be kind of scary. If you're not used to the roads, and it's not scary. I know that the more I get towards the city, the better things are, or the more places where alternate transportation mediums are taken, it's a little easier. But when you go to the more rural and more hood you get, it's a little bit more tricky. It's a little more tricky. So I did have an issue with the rear brake getting a little bit soft on me, but all I had to do was adjust a screw, really just turn a screw to tighten that thing down. Was not a complicated process, and a lot of braking power did return back to the rear wheel. The front wheel has a disc brake on it. The back wheel is a drum brake. It's definitely harder braking on the front, but it still stops very well. And you just got to keep your eyes open and anticipate stopping. You know, you also got to adjust your weight on this thing, because if you lean too far to the back, the front wheel will come up on this unit. And it seems like after 2,000 miles, the motor's more broken in. It could be just in my head, but it seems like the motor is more broken in, so that way you get a little bit more torque and power in it. And if you want to pull up on them handlebars, those things will come out. I know if I sit on the backseat position, you definitely will push the center of gravity towards the back of the bike, and you know that front wheel will start to come up. So yeah, but that's my 2,000 mile ownership of this bike. Still running strong, still brakes strong. The front brake is still braking strong. The tire tread seems to be really present there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you know, riding in the wintertime, it's not something I really do very often. And what I've kind of learned is they just got to wear clothes that break the wind. If you can find clothing that breaks the wind, it doesn't let air through, you're pretty much good to go for winter rides if you want to do that. Or we just got to get somewhere you don't have a car available. Like I have my car in the shop and I need to get around a little bit, and I use this to get around, but the problem was I needed some good gloves. I thought I bought some gloves. They say, oh, great for cold weather. Nah, you need weather that breaks the wind. Like my winter jacket breaks the wind. These gloves I have really breaks the wind. Blue jeans do not break the wind, and tennis shoes do not break the wind. So you need some boots and some sort of rim breaker pants to isolate yourself from that incoming wind. Because obviously at these temperatures, where you're south of 50 degrees, 40 degrees, that cold air is coming for you. It can be pretty brutal if you're not dressed right. And then the helmet actually protects your head from cold wind too. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, that's my 2,000 mile review on It's Going Strong. It's actually due for an oil change now, because I do it every 1,000 miles, so it's down for an oil change. So that's it. Hope you like that. Let me know what you think. All right, I'm out.